Hello everyone from Tokyo! Can you believe it? Because I freaking can't. But I thought I owed I don't think that I owe anybody an explanation about how I got here, but there are people that I wish to give an explanation to. For those of you that do follow me and sorry if you hear noise. There's noise out there, there's noise in here, there's noise everywhere. There's even a TV on, which I probably should have turned off, but I didn't. Anyways, the point being is, I am in Tokyo, and I have some people that have been supporting me, and they know my situation, such as like I don't have a job. So how did I get here in Tokyo? Well, I'm going to explain, but I'm going to have to like summarize to keep it short, and also I need to, I don't know, kind of go back in time quite a bit. So let's cheers to Tokyo, and I will explain why I'm here. Okay, so we're gonna go back to, okay, first off, little old me. We're gonna go back to like young me. I've always wanted to go to Tokyo. When I was very little, I was very into anime, but not only that, I've just always been enticed with Tokyo's in Japan. I've always wanted to go to Japan, I guess I should say, not necessarily Tokyo. I chose Tokyo this time because I've figured it would be the easiest since I don't speak Japanese. I'd love to learn Japanese, but anyways, the point being I've always wanted to come here. That's first and foremost. Now secondly, we're gonna kind of jump up from being an adult. I was just turning into an adult when my father got sick. So I was taking care of my father from 2012 to 2016 when he sadly passed away. And I have some bad trauma and headspaces due to that whole thing. He had lung failure. There was a lot of me having to do CPR on him and calling an ambulance or being called from the hospital saying things, or my mom called, so on and so forth. We're not going to go into that, but the point being is, like, after my dad passed away, I decided I was going to do as much as I could in my life because you never know what might happen. My dad was very young. He was 59. Sorry, I'm talking very fast. So it's like I decided that I should live my life as best as I could, but obviously, as we all know, it's very, very difficult to do. So we're going to fast forward to 2020 when I decided to move out of state. I was in California, I was moving to Idaho, and that's when I actually started doing Twitch. I have been doing YouTube for years at that point, but I started doing Twitch. That's when I started actually meeting most of you, if I did not meet you on YouTube. And things were going great, except for then bad things happened and I had to be forced back home. I lived with my mom again. That was in 2022. So it was only 2 years in Idaho before everything fell apart. Ended up back at my mom's house 2022, and we, we're doing our thing. But I did get a job, and I was getting settled in, and things were going okay as they can be. I was still doing Twitch, and everything seemed fine. When in December of 22, so not that long after I had moved back, my grandma passed away. Now, I did not know my grandma passed away because the people that were taking care of everything that had to do with my grandma did not know my phone number and they couldn't find it. So they actually sent a letter, like just a letter in the mail to my mom's house. They had no idea it lived at my mom's house, but they knew that my mom was there, and they couldn't get a hold of my mom because my mom's number had changed, so they did try, but they couldn't. So that being said, this is all going to lead to why I'm here. Sorry, I know this is a very long explanation, but I'm trying to shorten as much as I can. Grandma passed away December 7th, and I did not know. Now we're going to fast forward a few weeks later, 6 days before Christmas, and if you've heard this, I am so sorry that I'm repeating this, but this has been something that's been very bad on my mind for the past over a year now. But anyways, 6 days before Christmas, everything's going okay, I thought, when I realized that the person who was in our bathroom for a long time had to come out. And so I finally decided to check on them, and sadly I found my brother's girlfriend slash fiance passed away in the bathroom, and deceased, whatever you want to say. And I'm not going to tell her story. It's not my story to tell. That's for her son and for my brother, and that's for them. So I was just the one that was unlucky enough to find her, but I guess out of everybody, I'm glad it was me, because I don't like what it has done to me to find that. But, that whole thing, she was only, she was 36, sorry. And yeah, and then it was the next day, right after all that, I'd stay home from work because I wasn't doing very well in my head, obviously, and I got the letter saying that my grandma passed away. So this is going to lead us into how I'm here. The sun is actually peeking through clouds, so I'll try and turn. So that will lead us to why I'm here, is I got the letter, my grandma passed away. But I inherited some money from her, not a lot because my grandma didn't have a lot of money, but also it was split amongst a few of us, and I took that money and it was not in plans to come here. That wasn't the original thing, but that is how I got the money here. To anybody who doesn't want to keep sitting through this to figure out why I'm here, that's how I got the funds. But originally, I stuck a whole bunch of my savings. I paid off some bills with what I had, a whole bunch. It wasn't that much. I just want to clarify that. But I also, prior to getting that money and figuring out what I was going to do with it, actually lost my job, which is where we're at now. I still don't have a job, and that was in 2023. So in 2023 is when I eventually got the money and whatever, but that's also when I lost my job, and that's been a whole whirlwind. I don't need to go into that. Everybody knows that story. If you don't, then I'm sorry, but I've talked about it so much on my Twitch. The point being, lost my job, had nothing, but I had that money, so I was using that as much as I could to refill my body paint supplies, my makeup for body painting, my liquid latex, the clay, the paper, the things that go into me making my things. I restocked all of it, like, full force, like, extra stuff even. The stuff that I used the most, I had extra of. I guess I failed to realize how much I really, love body painting. Like, I love doing my special effects makeup. I love it so much that I was doing it twice a week, and I was running out of stuff and having to, even with this replenishment, continuously buying things. And I realized, without my job, and I couldn't find one, by the way, I have been looking. I did get one interview this whole time. It's been 7 months, 8 months, because it was, let's see, it was August of 23, and now it's 24, February 24. So, math. You do the math, you tell me. The point being, I've been trying, and I had one interview, and they denied me because at the time, I was still trying to do my body painting twice a week, whatever, and so I asked for specific days off so that I could keep doing that, and they were like, no, for specific days, or else we give you the job, and I'm like, fuck. So the point being, I have now decided, it was December of 23, so right a few months before now, I was like, I was depressed as hell. I was dealing with some PTSD things that had to do with my dad resurfacing, and PTSD obviously from the new things that had surfaced in the end of 22 with finding my brother's girlfriend passed away in our bathroom. And I was depressed. I was anxious. I was sick. I wasn't sleeping. I was hardly eating. I was very, very sick, but I was trying to push through and do body paint, and then I lost my job, and I was like, I'm going to keep doing what I love to do because I love to do it. And it was like my only release, like, to feel better. But I was watching everything else around me fall apart while I was still trying to do the thing I love, and I'm not giving up on it, but I had told everybody December of 23 that I was stepping back from body painting, that I was still going to do traditional art and still do things like that, and do body paint when I could, or when I had the funds to, or if I had the extra push. So we did do one so far that you guys got me to 100 subs on Twitch, and I was able to do another one. I think I'll be able to do another one again soon, and hopefully it'll keep kind of pushing towards that. But it was just to a point where I thought, I need to do something that's going to make me better in my head. And one of the things is I always wanted to go to Tokyo. Now, I didn't have, obviously, again, a lot of money for my grandma, but I had enough that I had set aside just in case I wanted to take a trip with it. And I was like, I want to go to Tokyo because that's something that's been a long life dream of mine, and maybe maybe this will help me not feel so miserable. Like, I don't know the right word, but I was depressed, and I'm like, so far I feel freaking so much better because I'm doing something I never thought I'd actually be able to do ever in my life. Like, I genuinely thought that it was just a dream that'd stay on that bucket list and would never get checked off. But I'm here. Like, look at this. I'm here. Like, and so that's how I was able to have the funds to go. But that was the shortened version of how and why I am here. It's just been a roller coaster. And I did this for me, selfishly, and I don't know if it... When I booked everything, can I honestly tell you guys, when I booked everything, I felt bad. I was like, I should be putting this towards just body painting and art and stuff, and it's like, but I wanted this experience forever. Like, I don't even know how long, for years, and so I'm like, I should do it. I still kind of feel bad, that's why I feel like I shouldn't post this, but, like, explanation, but I also wanted to, because like I said, there's so many of you that are supporting me with my body paint that are, like, pushing me so hard that I didn't want it to seem like I wasn't, like, considering all that, or, like, appreciating any of that, because I love, like, I cannot tell you, the people that have sat here supporting me, how much it means to me that you are willing to support me, because I'm not worth it. Like, I never thought I was, but You do. You think I am, and that's fantastic. You know who you are. You guys are freaking amazing. But this was just, my grandma had to pass away for me to do this, which is very unfortunate and sad. Just a lot of mess in 22 and 23, and hopefully 24. This is starting it off right. I'm hoping that, again, I can find a job that can support my body painting. That's my biggest goal. I have been still looking while on this trip. I've been looking prior to going on this trip. And I know I'm not looking at specific times anymore. I'm just going to have to, I guess, get a job and then try and work body painting around it. And then eventually maybe it can flop and the job can go around the body painting like I want it to. And not just body painting, art in general, because I just want to keep doing what I'm doing. I love sitting there doing art with you guys on Twitch, and I love making YouTube videos for you guys, and I just want to keep doing it, and I hope I can, but this is our last day. This is the last day in Tokyo, tomorrow, flying home, and I felt that this was the best time to explain. I just want you to take that view. This is our room. Like, look at that. Dream come true. Really, it is a dream come true. Anyways, thank you so much for listening, and I hope you guys understand. If you don't, and you don't want to support me anymore, I totally understand, but thank you so much, and I hopefully will see you again online. Bye!